Welcome to Importing Your eCampus course to Canvas training. My name is Kevin Lawanto. I'll be the facilitator for this training. This training is currently recorded so that we can post it on our YouTube channel. We're exactly at 1. We have a lot of things to talk about, so I want to get this training started right away. So a little bit of housekeeping. If you have any questions, please wait until the Q&A session where I will unmute your microphone. Or you can just ask it in the chat and I'll get to your question during the Q&A session or whenever we have a break. So, but if you have questions specifically about your eCampus course where where it's involving student data, please I recommend ask that questions in our office hours, just because we don't want to show your student data in this training or it will be recorded. So if you have specific questions about your course specifically that involves student data, go to our office hours or send a ticket to AI Help. So before we get started on our training, I want to show you our resources on our LMS website. So we have received numerous of migration consultation requests from faculty, and we couldn't meet with all of them, but we do have set up a resource guide for you. And here, let me share the website. There's the website. So this is our lms.tamu.edu website. So if you go to Make the Move section, we do have 3 different categories in here. First, what the majority of faculty wants to know is, hey, how can I import my eCampus course to Canvas? So when you click this, we have described a step-by-step process of what can be imported well and what cannot be imported well in Canvas from eCampus, and also the step-by-step guide. And some of them does have videos, so you can watch that, step 1, step 2, step 3. And this is basically, this training is a demo of this 5 different steps, basically. So that is number 1. Number 2 is if you want to learn more about how to build your course from scratch, because I will tell you, when you migrate your eCampus course to Canvas, it will look like a file dump. So Canvas cannot copy over your file, your courses organizations. So it will look like a file dump. So with all your readings, with all of your PowerPoints in the modules in Canvas. I know that you might have set it up in Canvas using folders, so that will not get copied over into Canvas. It's just going to be your files. So we actually recommend that you build your course from scratch and only import certain content from your eCampus, such as your tests. So if you don't want to redo and remaking your tests, go ahead and just copy over your tests and pools. But the module structures, we do actually recommend that you build those from scratch. And you can click here to learn more on how you can build from scratch. And lastly, this is if you have taught in Canvas before, this is a guide how you can move your Canvas course from spring 21 to fall 21, for example. So copy Canvas materials between courses from Canvas to Canvas. And we do have a training and support. I suggest that if this is your first time teaching in Canvas, you sign up for our Canvas Lab training that will be done from Friday, August 20th and also Friday on August 24th. We have 2 different trainings, new to Canvas and advanced Canvas training. This is led directly from instructor Canvas person. So I do recommend that you sign up for this training. Again, it will be on our training and support page and Canvas Lab training, where there is a sign up sheet. So that is that. So let me go back to my PowerPoint again. So by the end of this training, you will be able to identify best practices for your eCampus course export, identify LMS features that can help you export existing course in eCampus and moving to Canvas. And lastly, what we'll talk about is how you can export and import your Canvas course. Let's say that you're exporting it you built your course from your development shell, or from the Z store, from the storage. You want to move it to your live course in Canvas. This is where we're going to talk briefly about how you can move those content from Canvas to Canvas. So in overview, this training will cover how to prepare your course from Blackboard to Canvas and how to move your Canvas course to another Canvas course. So the first thing I did show you before, please review your eCampus course content. You can look at our website again and see what can be imported well and what cannot be imported well to Canvas, which is here. Things that cannot be imported well to Canvas, it's usually related to media, just because Canvas does have a limited storage as of right now, just 1 GB. The content folders, you will need to remake those folders in eCampus if you're using folders into modules in Canvas. The grid center and settings, those cannot be imported to Canvas just because it's different LMS. Third-party tools, so if you're using Turnitin or Perceptive or any of those third-party tools in eCampus, those need to be turned on again in Canvas. Rubrics, if you're a big fan of using rubrics in eCampus, I'm a big fan of using rubrics for easier grading and more efficiently. Those will need to be recreated in Canvas. So let's go back to my PowerPoint again. So from here on, I'm going to switch between my PowerPoint and my eCampus and Canvas course. So if I'm going too fast, just let me know in the chat, and I can certainly talk slower and repeat what I just said. So the process to migrate your eCampus course to Canvas will vary on 2 things. So one is the size, and 2 is the content types. We already talked about the content types briefly earlier. Is about what can be imported well and what cannot be imported well. So if you're using SCORM, SCORM is if you're already using SCORM, you're already aware of what SCORM is. But if you're not using SCORM, SCORM is a type of file that is interactive. So the students can click next, or you can pause in between your lecture slides and pop-up quiz will open. So that is a types of SCORM. So that cannot be imported well. You will need the original zip file if you're using SCORM and upload it again to Canvas. So we recommend that if you have a lot of medias, such as MP4 videos, I know that a lot of different faculty like to post their medias, and eCampus MP4 videos, lecture videos, especially during the pandemic where everything is online. You posted your lecture directly in eCampus. We recommend that you actually use Office 365 or Google Drive to host those videos. Because Canvas cannot accept it. It's not that Canvas cannot accept it, it's because of the limited amount of storage that you will get in Canvas that will prohibit you to upload your whole course basically to Canvas. So if your lectures is just lesson materials, just PowerPoints, PDFs, and documents, it should be fine. So in here, I will talk about how you can calculate your course size. This is the first step that you have to do before you migrate your content to Canvas. So let me go back to my course. And again, I will share this PowerPoint at the end of this training so you have a copy of it, or this content is also available on our Make the Move website. So let me go to my eCampus course. So in here, I'm just going to use this Fall Architecture 250. So this is a large course. So as you can see, the instructor in here used a lot of different folders for modules. So this whole thing needs to be recreated in Canvas. But certainly the files, such as the PowerPoint, or will transfer over. So the first thing that you will have to do after you go into your course, log into your eCampus course, and then go to Export Archive Course. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click Export Package. And here, you will see this calculate size, and just click calculate size, and you can see in here it's 1.68 gigabytes. It's very big. Canvas cannot accept this. So your file types, your files size needs to be less than 800 megabytes for Canvas to accept it. So you do whatever that you need to do to reduce it. There are two ways to reduce this, which I'm going to show you. So if your course file size is less than 800 megabytes, you'll be fine. Still, I recommend that you take a look and not import everything, because once you import it to Canvas, you will not have enough storage to post more brand new content. So that will take up everything. So reduce it as much as you can to less than 800 megabytes. So the first thing that you will have to do is go to your content collection. I'm showing you how you can reduce your file size. So you can see in here, I'm in this course content collection, and I can just click size, and I can see which files or which folders contain large files that it's big. So this one is big. So even though it doesn't look like it's big, it's only 155.4 megabytes, but all of this adds up. Even though you see that it's just PowerPoint, it's just PowerPoint. Sure, but if you have videos in your PowerPoint, like this faculty does, you put audio or videos inside your point. This is what makes it big, because it's an interactive PowerPoint. There's a multimedia embedded inside of the PowerPoint. So I recommend that you download this. You can click all of it. Well, I'm not going to do that. PowerPoint. You can download it as a package, and then you can import it to Google Drive or Office 365 OneDrive. So let's pretend that you have selected all your files that you want to exclude from your package, because you're downloading it. You already download the package as a zip, and then you already import this files to your Google Drive or OneDrive. So the next thing that you want to do is go to Export Archive Course again. You have to do this twice. You click Export the Package, and then you go to Manage Package Content. So in here, you'll have to do the same thing again. So you can see in here 1.68 gigabytes. Once I selected different folders, if I select these different folders, you can see that this file size is going to get reduced, because it's actually backwards thinking. You click the files that you don't want to include. So when I click this, it's going to go down. That means that I'm not including this package. See that 1.64 becomes 1.6 now. That means I'm not going to be including all of this when in my export package. Now it's 1.57 gigabytes. So you can see in here, I'm just going to keep clicking. because I don't want to include this in the export package. There are 6 pages. I'm not going to do them all. And once you're done, you can click submit. Again, I'm not going to do it, so I'm going to click cancel. But as you can see that if you click it, that means that you're not going to be including it in your export package. I'm going to click cancel. Once I do that, once you click submit, you can click select all of this and then choose this one, include only the forms with no starter posts. And then click submit, right? Once you do that, you have to wait a while. It really depends. You will get an email, or you can keep refreshing your web browser until it produces the export file package, right? So I recommend that you do this in Google Chrome before I forget, because I've been noticing that sometimes if you use a Mac, especially, and you're using a Safari, Safari will automatically unzip this folder for you. So we want this, once you download it to your computer, we want it as a whole, as a zip file, not unzip. So I recommend that you do it in Google Chrome so that your file is intact as .zip file as one. So once it produces the export file .zip, you can see it based on the date and the time, and you can just click the name and download it to your computer, basically. So that's also gonna take time. But after this, after it's done downloading to your computer, you can go to Canvas, and you can go to your Z store or your dev store of your dev shell, development shell, Z store, to upload it. We recommend that you don't upload it to your live course because there's a students in your live course. So we actually recommend that you use your C store. C store is only, you can use the C store folder in Canvas. You should have a C store in Canvas. If not, please email AI Help and request for a C store Canvas course. It will say in here, Z store course, ACCT if you're accounting 101 or something. Or if you have a practice course or your development course, you can certainly use that to upload your content, your export package from eCampus. Again, I know that some people have been having difficulty with connecting to the internet. Don't worry, this video will be posted on our YouTube channel soon. So again, I'm just going to use my practice course to host my eCampus course export package. So you can definitely use the C store like I talked about earlier, or your practice course. I don't recommend that you use your live course because there's a student in your live course already. What you need to do once you open your empty course, is import existing content. I'm going to click import existing content. In this content type, select one. I'm going to click Blackboard 6789 export zip file. And from here, I'm going to browse and click the course name. So it's going to say something like export file MEN mechanical engineering.zip. So again, if you don't see this export file as a zip file, that means that your browser is automatically unzipping it for you. You need to use a different browser. Like I said, Google Chrome, I've seen this happens. And when people use a Safari, because of the automatically unzip your file, what Canvas will need is the whole zip folder, not the unzip. So just click open and select all content and click import. right? It's going to take a while. This is probably something that cannot be imported just because of the file size. Oh, it's just going to say, once it's done, it's just going to say completed. And from there, you can find um, uh, your folders and modules. Let me see if I have something that I can upload to Canvas. Give me a moment. I'm using mean. My example is probably not a good example just because I don't know how big that course file was. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try a different course so you can see. I'm going to reset this course again. I'm going to click import course content, like one. Again, I'm going to click Blackboard 6789 export package. Let's see, I'm going to use this. All content, import. So it might take a while depending on how big your file, your course will be. But this is, at this point, it's just a waiting game, basically. Uploading, it's going to stay uploading until it's done. But please, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. Let's see if I have covered everything. Course collection, I did talk briefly about how you can download if you don't have a copy of your course content. Hope this might happen because this case, if you're the IOR, if you're the original teacher, most of you does have your content stored elsewhere in your computer or in your hard drive. But I've seen this that some faculty does not have a copy of the files just because they took the course from someone else. So this is something that you can do if you're not the original owner of the files, as you can go to your course collection in Canvas and download it as a package. This is to reduce the file export package again before you're exporting it to Canvas. And then after you have export all your content that you don't need in Canvas because you're planning to store it in Google Drive or OneDrive, the second thing that you need to do is manage your course content. And once you click it again, once you click each of this folder, you can see that the current size course package will be reduced a little bit by a little bit until reduce it until less than 800 megabytes, and then click submit. And then after that, just select all of the export package, and don't forget to change the discussion board to only the forums with no starter posts, and click submit. And after that, it's just you wait until the zip file, like I said, just wait until the zip file is ready, and then you can import it to Canvas when it's ready. See, it's almost done, import, uploading. Now it's going to go to running the second time. But after this, it will say completed with the errors. Sometimes Canvas will tell you that, oh, the link's missing, or the block, the content did not get transferred well. It will say something in here after the running of whether it's complete 100% or there's something missing in there. Usually it's involving due dates or links that's broken and something like that. So this might take a while. Again, I'm probably not gonna wait until this is done just because, oh, almost. I'm probably, if this is gonna go fast, I'm probably gonna wait for it. But if it's gonna go long, I'm not sure if I have the time to wait. But let me read this question. Okay, we will talk about that in a little bit. Your questions, Nancy. So this might gonna go long. Just it really depends on, again, on your course file package. But once this is done, you can look at your modules and you can see all the different contents going to be listed in here. And it's also going to be able under files, and you can see how much storage that you have used previously. I have used 42% basically. And you can see that some of it have exported, I've imported well. So you can see that I've used 42% at least right now. And you can see that the import process is not even done. No, I've completed 3 issues. So announcement, just the announcement that's missing. Okay, I can work with that. In modules, you should be able to see all your different contents that Canvas was able to upload, to import basically. Like I said, it's going to look like a file dump. So all this is links, and quizzes. So again, you will need to create the different modules and of course design it in a way that it makes sense for your students, because as of right now, your students will have to scroll and keep scrolling and keep scrolling. And we wanted you to actually use modules for it, even though this is modules. But if you, in your live course, you should be able to see our templates where you can design it using our template. You can learn about how to use our template in a different training. I'm just going to preview it a little bit in here, where you can use our template and link your different weeks or your Google Drive or your videos and the template, so that the students will have to open each week as a page, and then they just have to scroll within a module. So this is my way, our way, basically, in the Office for Academic Innovation staff, instructional designer, design our course, because it's clear we have week 1 overview and to-do list, week 1 presentation, lecture, content, and we put a header with all of our different assignments. You can learn more about how to create something similar to this in a different training. So let me go back to my Canvas course and my PowerPoint. And for more resources, please attend our virtual office hours training, our YouTube channel. That's where we're going to post all of our videos, TAMU Office for Academic Innovation, our YouTube channel. And also, please, if you have any questions, send a ticket to aihelp@tamu.edu or call our service desk support.